8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. 274 new infections were detected within the day. The Land Act will be amended soon. The Education Minister says that there is no room for extremism under the present government. The Media Minister says that the Press Council will be amended in order to safeguard the self-respect of our citizens. News from overseas. Record 2,684 new corona cases found in Japan. The Land Act will be amended soon. Minister S.M. Chandrasena says that many solutions will be provided to the existing land problems in the country through the amendment of the Land Act. The main objective of this move is to provide land deeds for permitted lands. A program has started to offer lands for 100,000 entrepreneurs under the Saubhagya Dakma policy statement of the President. Education Minister Professor G.L. Piri says that there is no room for extremism under the present government. The last government had nourished the extremists. Therefore, presently, the country is facing the adverse results. He said the government has paid attention to increase facilities at the Batticaloa Campus Private Limited Institute on behalf of the university students who are in urgent need of it. Media Minister Kehalia Rambukwaila says that the Press Council Act will be amended in order to safeguard the self-respect of our citizens. There should be a self-regulatory system for media institutions. He further said that a systematic program will be prepared in this regard. The rights of all citizens should be safeguarded by the media. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Ministry of Education says that the government policy is to pay special attention to the Divisional Secretariat officers without any national schools when starting new national schools. Information is being gathered to implement this move speedily. The ministry further stated that the central government has paid special attention to provincial council schools as the provincial council system is not functioning systematically under provincial council. It will be implemented soon. The Minister of Public Security, Sarath Veerasekara, says that a speedy solution should be given regarding the promotions in the police department. He said special attention will be paid to this issue after assuming office on Monday. He pointed out that there is a problem in financial grants to promote senior police inspectors as acting assistant police superintendents. Considering the present situation, measures will be taken to solve this problem. Minister Vasudeva Nanayakkara says that arrangements will be made to accelerate the water supply activities. It has been proposed to commence 264 new large-scale projects next year. He said the relevant authorities expected to complete these projects within 2 years. He made these remarks at a discussion held yesterday with the Advisory Working Committee of the Ministry. He also said that the objective is to increase the water supply to 78%. It is currently at 40%. Next, the main news story.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The total number of COVID-19 cases registered by the Minuwangoda Paliagoda cluster hit 19,237 today as more persons were tested positive for the virus. The Department of Government Information said 274 new cases were detected within the day. All the new cases are close contacts of the Palyagoda fish market cluster, reports confirmed. With the new development, Sri Lanka has confirmed that there are 22,775 novel coronavirus infected cases to date. According to the Health Ministry data, 16,656 of the confirmed patients have made complete recoveries from the virus. However, 6,012 active cases are still under medical care at selected hospitals and treatment centres across the country. That was a look at the main news story. Next is Watchlight.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
A look at Watchlight. The National Child Protection Authority says that special attention should be focused on the safety of children, considering the present coronavirus pandemic. Parents and caretakers of children should pay more attention to the welfare of children. The authority also pointed out that special observation is needed when children use the internet. That was Watchlight. A bulletin of world news will follow. The headlines. Record 2,684 new COVID cases found in Japan. Kenyans arrested at airport with fake COVID-free certificates. EU chief negotiator Barnier arrives in the UK for face-to-face talks. A record 2,684 people were found to have been infected with the coronavirus in Japan today. 14 deaths have also been reported. The total number of confirmed cases in the country now stands at 146,214, including 712 on a cruise ship. There have been 2,123 confirmed deaths, including 13 on the ship. Health Ministry officials say that as of today, a record 440 people with severe symptoms are in intensive care and on respirators. Officials have arrested 21 people accused of attempting to use fake COVID-free certificates to travel from Kenya to the United Arab Emirates. It came after the UAE issued a visa ban on Kenyans, allegedly after visitors were found using forged certificates. The suspects were due to appear in court yesterday, according to the local media. Coronavirus cases are rising in Kenya, and on Thursday, it tightened restrictions on public gatherings. Earlier this week, the UAE decided to stop giving visas to citizens of 13 countries, including Kenya, Somalia, Libya, Tunisia, and Algeria. The UK and EU will resume face-to-face Brexit talks in London this weekend as negotiators race to reach a deal before a looming deadline. It comes after EU chief negotiator Michael Barnier left a period of self-isolation after a colleague tested positive for COVID last week. Ahead of travelling to the UK, he said, the same significant divergences persist in negotiations. After arriving, he said he would work with patience and determination. Earlier, Boris Johnson insisted the likelihood of a deal depended on the EU. Negotiators are striving to strike a deal to govern their trading relationship once the UK's post-Brexit transition period ends in January 2021. To end this bulletin of world news, we take a look at the headlines again. Record 2,684 new COVID cases found in Japan. Kenyans arrested at airport with fake COVID-free certificates. EU chief negotiator Barnier arrives in the UK for face-to-face talks. Next, we take a look at development news. 5,000 kilometers of rural roads will be developed. It will be implemented under the development of 100,000 rural development programs. 20,000 million rupees will be spent on this project. That was development news. Sports news will follow. The match between the Kandy Tuskers and the Dimbula Vikings teams of the Lanka Premier League is now being played at Hambantota. Winning the toss, Kandy Tuskers invited the Dimbula Vikings team to bat first. Accordingly, Dimbula Vikings have scored 195 runs for 4 wickets at their allotted 20 overs. SLBC is acting as an official radio of the tournament. The cricket fans can hear the scores of the match through the SLBC frequencies from Colombo 107.3, Yatiantota 107.5, Haputale megahertz 104.9, Hunaskirya megahertz 97.4, Deniaya megahertz 104.7, Radalla megahertz 102.1, Karagahatana megahertz 97.4, and Kokobel megahertz 89.8. Sydney Thunder crushed the poor Melbourne Stars by 7 wickets to win the Women's Big Bash League title. The Stars elected to bat first but crumbled to 86.9, the lowest ever total in a WBBL final against a superb Thunder bowling performance. That was a look at sports news. Next is business news. Tax rules will be amended. The Prime Minister's office said that it will be compulsory to implement all business companies under an e-filing system. It is also expected to introduce a number of identities for the taxpayer. That was business news. Economic news follows.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh, no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
On to economic news. The Minister of Finance says that there is no considerable progress in some projects implemented under the debt loan. It includes the projects valued at over $6,000 million. This has resulted in the increase of foreign debt and loan services. The ministry further stated that it is expected to implement these projects while limiting the foreign advisory expense in project offices. That was economic news. And finally, we take a look at the weather report.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Finally, a look at the weather report. The Met Department says there is a possibility that a low-pressure area will develop in the southeast Bay of Bengal Sea area during the next 24 hours. It is likely to affect the weather over the island during the next few days. Showers or thunder showers will occur at a few places in the Uva, Central, Western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Gaul and Mathura districts at 2 p.m. Fairly heavy falls, about 50 millimeters, are likely at some places in the island. That was a look at the weather report. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. 274 new infections were detected within the day. The Land Act will be amended soon. The Education Minister says that there is no room for extremism under the present government. The Media Minister says that the Press Council will be amended in order to safeguard the self-respect of our citizens. And news from overseas, record 2,684 new coronavirus cases found in Japan. That ends this news broadcast.